Hi, hello, welcome to the Daily Tarot Buffet brought to you by Vertex of Abundance. My name is Serene Priestess Abossi. I'll be your oracle today. I was sent to deliberate the findings for the transiting moon into Virgo. And if you are new, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. It's a delight and a privilege and an honor to serve you. Thank you for allowing me the pleasure to do so. Vertex of Abundance is a galactic temple of ascension, delivering sacred messages from behind the veil. Go ahead and smash that like button. During Pisces season, when the moon is transiting Virgo, that's the seventh house event. It's a little special because seventh house events, especially when it's a moon, it means that for a moon for the collective, it means that we're having a full moon event. So this Virgo moon is going to be particularly interesting because there's a lot going on that's getting triggered. There was like a portal kind of situation that we had some days back where like several planets met up and like moons and eclipses, they can trigger, they can activate. So this is like, I haven't done an eclipse video. Maybe we can do that, but this is a big time because normally the new and the moon go out a little bit. So just a regular transiting moon, it could be 2.5 days before, 2.5 days after. So it's like a period of 7 days. I know 2.5 plus 2.5 is 5, but it's a period of 7 days where there's triggering and activations and stuff like that. The moons can go 6 months forward or backwards. So since the last la-di-das until the next la-di-da. And then the moons, when they're full or new, it goes. So for instance, since we're in a Virgo full moon, the Virgo new moon was last August, September. Does that make sense? So since last August, September, there's been la-di-da, yada yada happening, ramping up, coming to a culmination, conclusion, completion. As it is right now, full moons are completions, you purge karmic energy. New moons are intention setting, you lay the foundation and the groundwork for something to ramp up over the last 6 months. So we're finishing that ramp up. Okay. Now, it's not just going to be 6 months because this is an eclipse. So eclipses do this little weaving situation and it can go up to 18 months, definitely upwards of a year. Because there's a corridor where the eclipse is happening and it's a little waxing, waning. It's a little, it's a sacred dance, a cosmic geometry. Okay. So Virgo is about discernment, is about strategic thinking, getting down into the details. Seventh house is about open enemies. It can't just talk about other people. It can't just talk about what comes across our path, not on our path towards us, but literally what opposes our path. It can be inimical in nature, enemies. It can just be another energy, entity, ideology that we might be yoked to, bonded to, a business partner, a best friend, a marriage partner. Okay, not those ancillary energies like brothers, sisters, or in laws or whatever. But it can be like if we're working closely, directly with somebody on a regular basis, like an accountant, a lawyer. Okay, even if you're building a house, an architect. If you're going through surgery, your dentist, your doctor. If you're going through a lawsuit, your lawyer. They're a partner. They kind of are there to help, but sometimes they can say no. No, I'm not going to do that. No, I don't think that's well. Hey, I have to call you out. Hey, I have to directly oppose you. That kind of energy. Now, we were talking about enemies. This talks about open enemies because, lawsuits being incurred happen in the sixth house. Lawsuits that we have to deal with that we need to address and face happen in the seventh house. So things get incurred as an expense in the sixth house, They like, we rack up the debt. We do the activity of discharging or paying it off in the seventh house. Does that make sense? So that's kind of what an enemy is. It's a debt that gets incurred, but we deal with it in the seventh house. We incur it in the sixth house. It's kind of like accrual accounting versus cash-based accounting. That's kind of also how I see it. Okay. So I said some things. Let's get into now the moon. I talked about Virgo. I talked about the seventh house. No, let's talk about the moon. The moon is insights. The moon is also intuition. Now, when it's the full moon, what that means is you take also on the energy of a purging. So we have insights into what's being purged. We'll have some intuition around what's being purged. We'll also have heightened gifts, especially psychic gifts, feelings, emotions. Now, I do want to say the moon rules the emotion, Venus rules the feeling. What's the difference, Ablosita? Abossi, Priestess Abossi? Well, it's like, what's the difference between ideas and thoughts? There's a difference. Okay, so one happens in the present moment, another one is processed, which actually happens after the facts, after the fact. So thoughts happen in the future. Feelings happen in the past. Ideas happen in the present. Emotions happen in the present. Emotion, energy, emotion. So emotion, to emote, is the moon. To feel, to sense, is Venus. Okay. So emotional experiences or heightened emotions, moon. Increased intuition, moon. Okay. Around Virgo, strategic thinking, discernment, getting to the depths of something, refinement, meticulous. That's Virgo. It's also the priestess of the storehouse, meaning out in the world doing la-di-da, yada yada. That's Virgo. Seventh house, inimical energy. It doesn't always mean enemy, it doesn't always mean adversary, oppositional. It could just mean calling us out, giving us a mirror image. Can be directly opposing us. Can't talk about open enemies. Can't talk about marriage partners, business partners, friends. Okay. Now, also, one more thing, since it's an eclipse corridor, it's not just going since the last 6 months when we were in Virgo new moon. If this were a new moon, we would talk about the next 6, but since it's a full moon, we're talking about the last 6. There will be something closing out for the last 18 months. So it's not just bringing up the last 6 months, it's bringing up the last 18 months. Something can be eclipsed out. We could be eclipsed out. We can be completely overshadowed. Maybe an enemy is being eclipsed out, something we've been dealing with, we've been fussing with, we've been messing with for the last 18 months is finally going to start to wind down, be purged out. Yeah, I just saw the Seven of Swords as enemies. We've had a lot of conditioning and programming telling us who we should be. That's all that virtue signaling, respectability politics. Compassion baiting, tone policing, concern trolling, individuality shaming, virtue signaling, all that. And there's a gift, there's a grant, there's a blessing on the way here, support from the divine, especially according to how we discover a teaching, a teacher, or some type of high minded brotherhood, priesthood, or to a lesser degree, some kind of going within, turning within to find answers. There can be a high level something around trying to bless us in some kind of way, shape, form, or another. Five of Pentacles, that Hermit came back with the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, something's changing, being stripped. There also can be life force going to this other realm. We could be getting drained as well by the spiritual world. It's the lower astral, I want to say. Then the death card comes out. So the moon is the lower astral. The death card is actually the upper astral, but that there we go. Five of Pentacles, Hermit, Six of Pentacles, Four of Swords. Death card, Ten of Wands, Six of Wands, Moon card. Okay, well, I was talking about the lower astral and then it came out here. So there's a wound or some trauma that we're carrying, and there's a light at the end of the tunnel here. We've been burdened having to go through some kind of lesson. It might even be a generational curse that's being perpetuated based off of somebody that is an elder. They're older than our parents, even if the parent is deceased. They could be older than the age at which the parent deceased. This is somebody that wants to see us bound, and they're not even showing up as a person yet. I just sense that they are. Death, Ten of Wands, Six of Cups, Moon. Ten of Pentacles, King of Wands, Three of Pentacles, Queen. Okay, so finally we're dealing with the energy of another person. They were the something ship until we showed up on the scene, and now we're blocking their glory. They want to be the center of everything, and they're not. Now we're the center of everything. There's also this little language of we're supposed to be coupled up, partnered up, yoked up. And there's been this rukuku rakaka bruharia kind of slowing that down, blocking it. This is a person that tinkers with other people's blessings. You have the I just heard Nove de Copa, but there's no Nine of Cups here, so that means we're chosen. This is Cavaliere de Copa, the Knight of Cups, Eight of Swords, Page of Swords, La Papa. But I heard Il Torre, that's the Tower. So there is some kind of Benedetta Strigeria here, witchcraft, positive, negative, we don't know yet. This is definitely about some kind of conditioning and programming, trying to keep us small, basic, boring, plain, ordinary, mediocre in the box and condition. Because there's some kind of swapping here, and this is a cruel individual. Their life is dried up. They're musty, dusty, crusty, dried up, and rickety. That's wow. Okay. Whew, okay. I said that out loud. I guess I meant it. I'm just surprised that just stumbled out of my mouth with such great ease. Okay, so we have the Two of Cups, Two of Pentacles flanking this. And you see how they're kind of, in this deck, they're a little bit lame. They got a lot, but they might be cruel because they're not capable of everything. They're in a wheelchair. Now, I almost called this Two of Pentacles Due de Copa. I almost called it the Two of Cups. So it seems like they're trying to get love. Now, this love doesn't always mean a lover, like a man as a plan or whatever, what have you. It can mean that we have access to the divine. We got that hotline. We can call God up on the telephone. Because that, oh my goodness, that is what they're trying to do. They're trying to block something for us. So this is definitely an open enemy. Five of Swords is open enemy. Seven of Swords is hidden enemies. So this is an enemy, okay, enemy. This is an energy that keeps calling judgment on our life. They keep saying, oh, but this, oh, but that, oh, la di da, oh, yada yada. Don't, get in the box, be conditioned. Who do you think you are to have self-worth and value? Who do you think you are to have boundaries and standards? Who do you think you are to want to be bigger, brighter, and better than you are right now? Get in the box. Be conditioned. Be small. Feel small. Have no self-worth and value. Have no love for yourself. Keep your heart broken. There's no other way to say that. So this is a hater, like a hater. Five of Swords. They're feeling hatred. They're feeling also blocked. They're also feeling like they're also, they think it's unfair that they can't come at us, come for us, or that the what they did or how they did it doesn't keep on going. That they're not just able to cut us down, cut us up, and keep on moving. They don't also like being reminded that there's aspects of our energy, aspects of our nature they can't emulate, that we have the love of the divine that they can't separate us from. They're just mad on top of mad. They big mad. So go ahead and smash that like button. If anything resonates deeply with you, comment, share, subscribe, leave a review, book a session, send a donation. We'll be deliberating the love from Pop of Love Oracle by Vibe About It Tarot. That's on Etsy. Any type of pairing energy will come from the Cosmic Coven, and that's by Lillian Lazenby over at Ripe Avocado. We'll also be using Vida Sibila, the Daily Oracle by Los Garbello. We will be imposing the guidance by Isabella Rotman's This Met Her Tarot. That's by Luminal 11 Publishing. So we're going from this being stripped or fed upon is really what this is, left to the wolves, drained by the spirit, but it's a lower spirit, astral, to, ooh, yeah, we find our light in the dark. We definitely got thrown to the woods and came back leading the pack. And that is not what was expected. So every time they look back over their shoulder at the havoc they tried to wreak on us, it agitates them. And then when they think about it or process it, it compounds their agitation. Because we're healing from something, but what that means is we had to confront what was alive in us. And there was some type of magic that was done on us. Hierophant with the moon, that's definitely magic. But it made us discover that we have our own magic. Queen of Wands. We've successfully defended our spiritual rank Hierophant and whatever spiritual power that we have, Moon card. But also, we might need to stand up and do something. I don't have the energy completely, but that's kind of what this is giving. So the Empress here had to secure some kind of spot, and that was being able to call in judgment. Because this other individual is of an opposing mind to a source. They don't want our road or gate open. They don't want us to sit down on the throne judgment in the Five of Swords. They want us to not pass judgment, and we're aware. I don't know how, I don't know in what way, shape, form, I don't know what language, how we file this away, but we do know that whatever energy we're dealing with wants us to look foolish before the divine. They want to discredit us spiritually. They may even be trying to destroy our reputation. And I do want to say something. All we need to do is keep on going towards the divine. It doesn't matter what they do. This will, at the very end, in the very last hour, it will completely turn around. Whatever energy they're putting out is going to, because we have a spiritual inheritance here that they're trying to drain, but it's really our life force. So they're trying to get in our energy is really what they want because they can manifest some type of abundance out of it. And eventually they're going to become saved. If they're able to trick us out of our spot, they can move into it. That's what they believe. You used to call me on my cell phone. Late night when you need my love. Call me on my cell phone. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. I know when the hotline bling. Yeah, they definitely are trying to triangulate our spiritual power. They want to cause delays and more harm and trauma. That's really what they want. And this is a new obsession. Somebody has, every time they think about us, they become more and more and more obsessed. This is not an energy that will ever stop on its own. This is a compulsive kind. Full card with the devil, that's compulsion, obsession, and compulsion. They literally need to go towards damnation, and their soul and spirit needs to be cleansed and purified. They have to disappear for an entire eternity before they come back. Down here, eternity is forever, but up there in the heavens, it's only 4.32 billion years. I know when the hotline bling, that could only mean one thing. I know when the hotline blings, that could only mean one thing. Ever since you left the city, you. Yeah, so we've gone our separate ways in some kind of way, shape, form, or another. We've been ruled, regulated, restrained, restricted down. We needed to take some kind of space, but it was that we sequestered ourselves to go into soul's wisdom. God might have put us separately. And usually God comes down as the supreme authority or whatever here and saying that God is our father and that we're already been enshrined in the divine choir. So we're not just daddy's daughter or daddy's son or whatever. We're literally working a job. We're literally on assignment. So we are an official person. Yeah, they're feeling left out. I'm pulling on this death card, Knight of Cups, because that could be Mars in the eighth house or the sign of Scorpio, or we have a Scorpio rising here. So this is the energy of somebody thinking that they very sweetly, very innocently, or no, very unassumingly, really, need to move into our spot. They want our spiritual inheritance to go to them, not to us, because they think that we're naive or we don't know what to do with what we've been given. They think they can do a better job at whatever the calling on our life is than we can. And that's just the thing. They need to find them something to do. If somebody's contesting what we're being given by the divine, it's because they don't know their own sacred mission here. The only other people to argue with what we're receiving are the ones that are fallen. They've fallen under grace. Yeah, from grace. And even those people have a job. Their job is to guard purgatory and damnation. The fallen angels that went to the devil's side and then they started to come back, they received jobs not in paradise, Ingading, the in garden, or heaven. It's called the Imperium in the throne room. They received jobs guarding purgatory, guarding hell. So what I'm trying to say is if somebody's minding our business and not their own, they need to find them something to do. And the reason that they're trying to mind our business is because I don't know how to say it. Um, they're not responding to the calling on their life. And some of them are know what the calling on their life is and they forsake it anyways. That's that whole I think I'm better than you, God energy. That's hello, why is the devil down there, not up here? Isn't that a familiar story? Thinking that they know better than the divine, thinking they know better than God. I got that good stuff that you want. Let me be your pusher, pusher, pusher. Okay, so the devil gives instant gratification. God makes you struggle and strive. And that's the thing. I think they were chastised, meaning given some difficult circumstances to go through, carry through, pull through. And they're looking at us with the easy, soft life. Well, when you say to somebody, you're lucky, what we don't realize is that luck is what consistency looks like. That luck is what waking up at 4 a.m. every morning looks like. That luck took 10 years to prepare for. So what is this Two of Swords with the Judgment card? It keeps coming out sacerdote, or I thought it was. So again, this person is looking for any single thing that they can complain to God about to make us look stupid. And all they're going to get is the door shut on them. God's going to turn his ear deaf to them. Because all their future plans involve us falling out of grace. What is this? We have a Four of Swords, Eight of Swords. So that's arraignment. This is somebody that's working with the dark. I don't know if it's a nasty being. The moon suggests so. This is somebody that's working with the dark to call in the favor and the blessings that they have because they've lost it from the light. They're using a lower vibrational spirit at the very least. It's in the lower astral. Yep, and they probably belong to some kind of cabal. Three of Pentacles. Oh yeah, they're a prima, but in the dark they have to do cemetery magic using swamp water, cemetery dirt, that kind of thing. Let's get away from that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we have a pair of fours here, a pair of fives here. Oh, wait, what is this Queen of Wands with the Empress? Yeah, it don't matter because we're about to gain even more power. Oh my gosh, poor baby. We're not being as serious as they think we should be. We're not acting the way they think we should. And they're sitting there looking at us, have all this everything, and they have no nothing. It's how they perceive it to be. But we're learning and they know. And so they should be teaching us or something, but really their ego makes them look like a small child to the divine. God keeps telling them they've got a lot to learn every time they go and ask. We are virginal, meaning we're lacking some experiences. So I'm not talking about chastity there. So what's this pair of fours? Yeah. We are impenetrable. They can't turn our no into a yes. And they're stuck in this place of no. But the thing is that they've admitted expectation is a premeditated resentment. They need to, if you're not getting what you want from a person, you need to go on. They think that they can change our minds and turn us to their, bend us to their will. They've tried everything, domination, destruction, everything. It's working. What's the pair of fives? Their plans start when we lose. We have a pair of tens. Yep. They need us to be distracted off of our destiny, wherever we're heading or going. Here's the thing though. If you mess with the calling on somebody's life, you get caught up very significantly. What's this? The pair of six? Yeah. They contest every time we have an opportunity. Five of wands. Things when things are going well for us, it literally threatens them. This was an easy read down. We have a little bit more clarification here though. Tell me about this king and queen of wands, please. Now, what we don't realize is that there's love around us. Could love breaks curses, by the way, not every love. But love gets us high vibrational, and sometimes that's all we need to break a curse. We're going through a dark night of the soul. We've actually kind of made it, but there was something keeping us from going forward in a love connection that's going to shift and change. We're actually going to get deeply committed pretty soon in love. This was a reading about an open enemy that has been contesting our blessings before the divine, trying to cause some kind of judgment in. And what they've been able to do is block love in hopes that we'll have a low heart chakra. Number one, so no energy falls off of us that was projected at us. And number two, so that our heart will break, so that we won't connect. There was also something in there about we won't connect to the divine. A broken heart is hard to reach the heavens. Another thing, is that they want us to like leave behind what we're doing. They want us to lose interest in our in the calling on our life. They're hoping they can change around our reality to augment our feelings. I don't understand that. But it's been an honor and a privilege and a pleasure to serve. Thank you for allowing me to do so. Go ahead and smash that like button. Hey, just a quick dedication and merit to all those lost out there, to illusion, delusion, confusion, lost in the season of time, trapped somewhere in the matrix, yet to heal, yet to awaken, yet to return to the resplendent grace of the divine and unconditional love of universal oneness. May you be happy, may you be whole, may you be at peace, may you receive everything you ever wanted, starting with what you deserve. Until we meet again, until we read again, namaste, dandava, and ashe. Sayonara, das vidanya, avida zain. Take good care. Bye bye.